Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mr. Stanley. I wanted to say hello and good morning again. So this is day 3 of our instruction, and I wanted to let you know that today's March 20th. We're kicking off, getting to be springtime here, so it's good stuff. We have a high of 67 degrees today in March, so it's beautiful, but there's going to be patches of rain throughout the day, so if you're going to get out and do some stuff today, check your forecast, look outside. Might be a little bit wet, but we'll get through it for sure. So I'm going to send all the students a Mrs. Gilliland update. I think she has another YouTube for you guys to watch today. That's going to be in your Google Classwork classroom. I'm going to post that here just after my video, so hopefully before 9:30. And just like any other Friday, we've got PE. We also have art. Don't know if you guys had an opportunity to post anything to Artsonia yesterday, but Mrs. Marconi, she's got a whole bunch of things for you to do and to log in for physical activities, so that's there for you today. For language arts today, it's a little bit different. We have our 25 minutes to maybe 45 minutes, depending on how long you decide to read today. I'd say no less than 20, and then however much you would like to read. There is a little reflection for you today. Tell me a little bit more about your book. So tell me the book you're reading and maybe something that you like about it, or like about the main character, or maybe how the author writes even too. And then the second part of language arts today, you'll notice that we've been watching some fairy tales. So keep watching the fairy tales. I've got one more for you today, but it's not a fractured fairy tale. It's one that's kind of common. So I've attached a Google slideshow for you to kind of look at and maybe think about while you're watching the video on the 3 Billy Goats Gruff. Think about what some of these fairy tales all have in common. You're going to find some things that they have in common, like they'll have a magical helper. It's usually a theme of like somebody good versus somebody evil. And you'll see a list I've come up with on kind of the way fairy tales go. Because after spring break, don't tell anybody, after spring break, you're going to be writing your own fairy tale. So we're going to keep looking at fairy tales and how they go and how to make your own and how to tell your own. So it should be a lot of fun. Today, I also am going to be sharing some links with Zoom. There were about 10 of us, 11 of us yesterday that were on the Zoom video. It's where we can all meet and talk. So if you want to join us, we're going to do a whole class one at 11. And then a few of you have requested to me in your Google Classwork classroom. Some of you are asking me to have a kind of like a small group chat. And I will send you an invite with about 3 or 4 kids if you've asked to be with 3 or 4 kids. I've set up some times for you, and you'll see your links throughout the day. They'll start around 10:30. Then we have our whole group one at 11, and then I've got a couple of different girl groups coming up in the afternoon. They'd like to talk to each other. Unfortunately, I have to be there. It's just the way things go because I'm the only one that can set up the meetings. And that's Zoom. So if you have any questions or you still can't get on, keep trying. I'll give you the link. Most kids were able to get on either through their iPad or their Chromebook. Just make sure you click allow if it asks you to have access to your microphone or your headphones or your camera. Just click allow on all of that, and then that way we'll be able to see you and hear you. The afternoon should be pretty simple. I did post something in your math Google Classroom. I'm sorry. I posted something in your class dojo today. So just a quick little drawing if you want to give it a try for dojo. I'll give out points to anybody that responds to that, even if you don't get the right answer. And then obviously keep writing your poetry. I'm grading them and submitting them back to you. When I say grading them, I'm just giving you some feedback on maybe what you can see, maybe how you can fix it. I might also include in your poetry today, I've noticed that some of you have for poetry, notice that you have like a long lines, almost like a paragraph or a story of poems. And when we write poetry, the only rule that really we have in poetry is that we want to make sure that poetry comes in lines. So you want each line to be deliberate, and you want each line to say something specific so that it doesn't read like a story, it reads more like a poem. So that would be a lesson for another day, but I might give you like a picture of what a poem could look like as opposed to a story, where it's just streaming lines of story. So, and I might pick a couple of kids for that. And happy birthday, Noah. Just wanted to say that. I'll post something on Class Dojo as well. So Noah, if you're out there and you're watching, happy birthday. Hope it's a good one for you. Have a great birthday. And this will be my last check-in video on our Google Classroom. So I hope you guys have a really good spring break. I'll be checking my email periodically, probably once a day. I'm not going to post any assignments. I know that you guys will probably be checking. I'm not going to be on it all the time, but I will check here and there, maybe once a day or so, because I want us all to just enjoy our families, enjoy being with our families. And I know you're bored, a lot of you guys, and I know how much you miss each other. So you can keep in touch that way, but it is spring break, and then we'll resume school then after spring break and on the 30th. So when we come back from spring break, I'll have some things for you to do. I'll have some more videos, some lessons. Some other teachers will be helping too. We all kind of got together and made some videos, so you'll see all that too. So I'm excited for it. And that's it. So hopefully you guys have a great Friday and an awesome spring break. And if I don't see you on Zoom, we'll talk to you soon.